The play is a criticism of the view of the absolute value of knowledge. In line with the moral of the Old Testament stories that we mentioned, Oedipus the king demonstrates the dangers of knowledge. It exposes the blind and one-sidedness of people who are obsessed with its acquisition. Oedipus's fate is not that he is punished because he failed in something or his efforts were unsuccessful. Instead, just the opposite is the case. He succeeds in his quest to discover the truth, but this is nothing to celebrate. Instead, it's what leads to his misery. Contrast the way Oedipus behaves with that of Tiresias, or the servant. In their cases, they in fact know the truth of Oedipus's true birth and thus his subsequent crimes, but they keep this to themselves and try to lead quiet and humble lives. They do not brag or advertise the fact that they know something that others do not. Moreover, they feel no further need to investigate the matter in order to dig up all the details. They fully realize the dangerous nature of the knowledge that they have and treat it accordingly by keeping it to themselves. Oedipus, by contrast, does not understand that knowledge can be something negative. For him, it's an unqualified good that must be discovered in any case. He's punished for this belief since it brings about his own downfall. A part of the Greek religion was the mystery cults, which were also popular in Egypt and cultures in the Near East. These were religious rites that were performed by individuals who had been initiated into the group. The practices of these cults were surrounded by great secrecy. With this, we can see again the cautious view about the dissemination of knowledge and information. The belief was that certain knowledge should be kept only for certain people in certain situations and should not be made available for a wider public. This is something that both the servant and Tiresias understand very well, but Oedipus fails to grasp. Oedipus insists on holding his inquiry into the murder in public. He has no sense of discretion about the matter. He does not go into the palace and question people behind closed doors. Returning from the oracle, Creon asks if he should tell him the news in front of the others or go inside, and Oedipus insists on hearing immediately. Later, when he argues with Creon in public, accusing him of sedition, Jocasta rebukes them and tells him to go into the palace. After Creon leaves, the chorus asks Jocasta to take Oedipus inside for the sake of discretion. These examples show that Oedipus has no sense for the sensitive nature of certain kinds of knowledge. On his view, the truth should shine brightly for all to see. His slogan could be the famous passage from John 8:32, "The truth will set you free." There's no danger in loudly proclaiming the truth from the rooftops. Oedipus represents the spirit of modern science. Indeed, he could be a symbol for our modern world. The goal of science is to discover new information and, in the next instance, to use this to create things that will facilitate human life and prosperity. Consider the massive amount of time, energy, and resources that go into this in the modern world. Think of all the numerous spheres of scientific research in both the public and the private sector, universities, government agencies, the military, large corporations, and on and on. There can be no doubt that the modern world lives under the spell of science. We believe without hesitation that the pursuit of science will better our lives in one way or another. We further believe that without it, we would be lost. Consider also the ways in which the results of science are quickly and broadly disseminated to other scholars and scientists by means of academic journals. Now, with the internet, massive amounts of new information reach people around the globe every second. For most people today, like Oedipus, the pursuit of knowledge and its dissemination are unqualified goods. Sophocles' play thus issues a warning to the modern world. It cautions that in the pursuit of new knowledge, we risk opening doors that are best left firmly closed. According to this view, instead of solving the problems of the world, the increase of scientific knowledge creates new ones.